Your daily roar is back, my friends. We are here. We've been gone a minute. We have missed you guys. Where have y'all been? Oh my goodness, Brandon, it's good to see your beard on here again. I'm so
Yeah,
glad
it's
you
good
can
to be
join,
back,
my friend.
brother. It's good to
Isn't
be
it?
back. Yeah,
It's
for
been too
sure.
long.
Oh, it has been too long. I wish there was more vacation involved in that time, but we were working our butts off.
Yeah, we were. You guys, I mean, we'll get into that in just a second. We're going to talk about what we accomplished last year, what we're getting ready to accomplish this year, some things that'll lead into answering some of the big questions for folks out there, like what's the roadmap look like? It looks like it's full. I mean, but we're going to share some of those things, not all of them, and just excite everybody. But honestly, the time we had off, we've been spending it very well to build this team, this organization, and more. And we have been literally spending the last ending of 2025, and I'll start here. It's a little backwards from what we meant to do. Um, Finishing up what you heard about the COSM event that
Mhm.
was out in Arizona, building relationships with folks that are looking to be involved with R0AR at all different levels, building our team and bringing on and onboarding team members at every level, from legal to GTM to marketing to fundraising, whatever, at every level. We've been building, 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 making meetings, traveling, and connecting dots that even lead into the financial rails we've been building forever in our next phases. So, even though you haven't heard from us, please forgive us for not being around and showing our faces. We have been incredibly active for everything for you guys. That's always on our dashboard. You're always full focus in front of us, our community. So we care. Um, on that IRL thing, I'll go ahead and mention this. We will be doing COSM again this year in November. So if you're in the Arizona area or in that West Coast, you may want to come out and hang out with us. We will likely have some kind of suite event or whatever set up and meet and greet for those that are ERS folks. So that's going to be all the way in November. We're going to be in Dubai.
Mhm.
Brandon, where are we in Dubai? Is that the end of April?
Yeah, end of April we will be there for was it I forget the name of the event now. I think it's uh, Coin 2049 or something like that.
Yes, 2049. You're correct. So we're gonna be hitting over there for that. That's exciting because we've already got folks that are meeting and greeting with us over there
Mhm.
that just again launches Roar forward. So that's super exciting. We're barely gonna get feet on the ground back in the US, and there will be a Miami consensus 2026. And you guys were wrapping up details to partner with them. We may get featured in this whole experience. We don't know. We can't say that yet, but we're in the process of looking at being a featured startup in Consensus 2026. Shocking. We're super excited. We're super pumped.
Absolutely.
That's all coming. If you're in the Miami, Florida, East Coast area, maybe we'll do a meet and greet over there. We might be tired from all the Dubai time, but we'll make time for our community because you matter. So we got IRLs going on, and that's what we've been doing a lot through this season, even through the holiday season, is traveling, making relationships, building rails, building agreements, partnering with different groups, and doing a lot of things that have been off the radar that we couldn't even talk about until now. And we're only able to start leaking a little here. But I can tell you this, we've walked away and we've got team members we will be announcing.
Yep.
There's some press releases coming out about that, partnerships, rails, and more. You should now start to expect, and I'm going to set expectations for the year off of our last year. You should expect that you're going to see a narrative or a PR release every month
Mhm.
for something that's going to be happening all the way through 2026. And we're already behind on this month because we had to wrap a lot of things up to get to here, to be able to even talk about this stuff. But guys, when I say we got big news, we have big news. We'll come back to big news in a minute. Want to go ahead and also mention that in this season, one of our big PR things that we're going to be pushing a lot more for at least the next few weeks before the next thing comes to market or the next conversation comes live that you hear about is our Roar Safe. We have released it. It's in beta now. We've been using it since alpha. We now run our entire business, DAO treasury, and entire governance flow, payment flow, everything through Roar Safe. So if you're out there and you're a crypto organization, you've had challenges with Gnosis or others. I think there's only Gnosis. Roar Safe at roarsafe.com is a
That's
place to
right.
be, and Roar's always spelled with a zero everywhere you see it. So roarsafe.com, we're gonna be pushing that more because honestly, it's been a huge benefit to us. We got blocked, locked down. There was a front end failure when AWS went down or something. We couldn't access Gnosis, so we had to do something. This is
Yeah.
what we did for us, and now we brought it to you. So if you've got a safe contract, you can import it and you can actually use it immediately. If you want to launch one, you can launch it on ours. There's more coming. It's still a little buggy. It's still in beta, but friends, it's democratized and it's freedom and it's private. No, you're not signing an agreement where we're tracking everything you're doing, we're monitoring you, and we're turning, stuff into. We're not doing that because that's yours. It's not ours. It's always custody by you. It's always custody by the DAO or the wallet owners, and that should never be something that's breached in agreement. I'm just saying. So
That's right. Yeah,
that's all I got to say
Dustin,
about that. Go ahead.
I would say the other thing that we needed to mention is, the user agreement update, right? With Gnosis, we didn't quite agree with the way they spelled out those terms, and we made a nice little feature in there if people want to import their Gnosis safe over. It makes it real easy to do.
If you are using Gnosis, and again, don't want to attack competitors straight on because
That's
they
right.
are the ones that created the model. We love their stuff. But if
That's
you're
right.
getting into your stuff and you're having problems in your safe and there's agreements you don't agree with, I challenge you. When something gives you an agreement, take that agreement and drop it into an AI. Let the AI read it for you and feed it back to you and tell you what you don't want to do or don't want to agree to or where your privacy is breached. You don't have to read everything anymore. Let ChatGPT do it for you, right? So drop it into an AI, drop it in ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, and say, show me the things that I don't want breached in my privacy. You do that, take those agreements, and you're going to see what we saw. And we just couldn't agree to that model going forward. This is something you can agree to because, guys, it's democratized, it's decentralized, it's free, and it's open. Okay, so that's all I got to say. And enough of that. But there it is. And if you utilize that system, if you utilize a safe for your business, your work, or your personal, you're able to manage it in our space very well. There's a lot of things we've gotten right. They're not buggy. There's a couple things that we're working on bugginess. And we have a release of a platform coming soon. There'll be later PR for you to be involved in making our software and everything we build and release better. Because, like we said forever, we got like 28 plus software. By the way, 28 plus software is like literally 100 plus. We audited the other day and realized, wow, we have a lot of software. But we have all this software, and if you're finding a way to make it better or whatever, and you hit our platform, you're going to be able to give feedback, hit a leaderboard with our quests, and then be rewarded. We're going to reward activity we want replicated. What we want replicated, people using our software and telling us what they want that's better. Got it? So Roar Safe, go check it out. Go ahead and take notes on what you want that's better, what would benefit you, and then get ready for that later release where we're going to be incentivizing you guys. So that's coming. Um, yeah, Roar Safe, man. Like honestly, that agreement with Gnosis, Brina, it was a no
Yeah,
brainer. We walked away and said we just can't do that.
that's right.
And you know, we also knew that besides that agreement, whenever something says that we reserve the right to cut you off in usage, that bothers me a lot. Unless something's truly implicitly evil, I get challenged with the idea of debanking or deplatforming.
Hmm.
And in the last 4 years, that's the one thing that's bothered me the most is how I understand muting people and being like, I'm going to mute that for myself. I don't want to hear it or see it. But when you cross the line of literally censoring people and shutting them down just because you don't agree with them, there's no boundary breach, there's no law break, there's no community violation. It's just two people seeing differently or two entities seeing differently about a point that's not even up for discussion. My God, stop deplatforming each other. So we're building something that's our agreement to you. We can't deplatform you. So we built it out of it. So that's the thing. We're going to build more things that are is censorship resistant.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, these are core principles of Web3. Censorship resistant. They're deplatforming resistant. They're decentralized. They're immutable, unstoppable, and continuous. These are what we work on. And that's what we're doing in R0AR. You're going to hear about our entire ecosystem
Mm-hmm.
in the very next minutes. You're going to hear about what we've accomplished. In this year, you're going to hear about a larger ecosystem we ain't even told you about. We have so much under the radar right now. It's like we're that iceberg. We're that iceberg that the Titanic ran into because we got so much under the water that you can't see that you may think, oh, it's a little piece of ice. Our ship can take it. Heck no, man. We are massive. For what little you see above the water, there's 2/3 or 3 times below more. So just know that. That's why we're doing this today. We want to reset, re engage, re inspire, and help you guys see what's coming based on what we've accomplished here in the last 2 years. So,
Yeah.
as we ended, I'll say this to frame it, as we ended 2024, we could have said at that point it was a big year of some base software and DeFi and fundraising and building community.
Mm-hmm.
That would be 2024 in a nutshell. That took a lot of work, but that was it in a nutshell. 2025, it can't fit that nutshell. What you're going to hear in these milestones is massively bigger than what we accomplished in 2024. But 2025 would encompass not just coming to market, but bringing all the things we built to market, bringing them from alpha to beta, straight out launch, building out our rapport, being listed everywhere, and all the different parts and pieces that go with that. And we'll hit those in these milestones in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
2025 was mass expansion in building foundations.
That's right.
Mass expansion in building foundations. Ending the year with foundational relationships and direction that leads us through 2026.
Mm-hmm.
2026 is massively building on foundations that have been built. We started with the end in mind, and over the 3 years we've been accomplishing things, we've accomplished over the last 3 years almost our entire 10-year plan. The couple things you don't see from our 10-year plan yet, they're actually 70 to 80% done. We've taken them back to the drawing board because we've accomplished something else better. We're plugging it into that roadmap. And you're going to see it in 2026. So when we hit our entire 10-year plan in 2026, just to remind you, that's not the end. We've now got another 10-year plan, and we expect to do it by 2027. No, I'm just kidding. Over the next 10 years. So you have anything to say, Brandon, before I start hitting these milestones?
Man, 10-year plans are going to encompass about a 50-year plan that plays out a lot quicker for sure.
I'll tell you, part of it is literally because we've accumulated a great team, and even though we've seen our community go up and down in size, it's quality over quantity in my book that makes the difference. And the quality of community that's joining in at any part and piece of our actual team and building this momentum has way increased. And so I love all of our team and everyone that's been involved up till now. You've all played a part. I'm grateful for it. You guys pat yourself on the back. We wouldn't be here without you. And on top of that, what's coming and shaking loose now is like best of class.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that was different 3 years ago is we were just really starting to initialize our core development for our own bare rails, bare metal AI. And in a year from then, we gotten it to where we built out teams of AI. And now I'm gonna be honest with you. For you guys out there that don't know it, I have 8 team members that are literally AI that are constantly working in development with me. So when I'm working my 10 or 11 hour shift on development, and that's not a joke, that's legit. When I go in, I don't come out, not for until I'm ready. Like you go in that hole and you can get that silence, you get that focus. It's beautiful. You don't come out till you're done. I'm keeping up to 8 other members busy with me, and they don't argue with me or anything. They just work on what I tell them to. So I get things worked on literally 4 different platforms at different levels, and I offload my brain, a master prompt over here, and a development concept over here, and doing some code base over here, and then I plop it over into a builder over here, and then I take each piece and work on each one. But they're all doing their parts, guys. You can get stuff done. What used to take us 4 months takes us 4 weeks to finish. 4 months, 4 weeks. What used to take me 4 weeks, 2 days.
That's right.
That's not a joke. So the increase is exponential because we built the foundations right. Now, I know you don't have R0AR AI yet. I know we will get you R0AR AI when it's right. I'm very concerned about it telling you wrong and you investing wrong and breaking your piggy bank. Okay, so we're going to get that right before R0AR AI makes it to you. But I'm going to tell you something. We built some incredible AI that builds everything that you're going to see, and it's being built into all of what we do from this point. Blockchain meets AI, that's just normal for us now. That is normal, and we're building it. Okay, it's milestone time.
All right.
We've literally had so many milestones this last year, just in 2025, that we hit, that our 3 marketing teams, let me say that again, 3 marketing teams. We've had 3 different marketing teams just last year. They couldn't even keep up. So they couldn't even get their feet on the ground quick enough to get out our milestones that we were generating too quickly. And we got backlogged and didn't even get to shout out in a weekly way all of our milestones. We literally had more than 50 total milestones last year. There are only 52 weeks in a year. So understand, marketing teams, they got to get your brand together, do your stuff right, make all your stuff pretty, matchy. Then they want to go to work on your plan, your schedule, and they get all this stuff together to do it. And imagine we're rolling out a milestone every week, and it's like they have to keep going backwards to go forwards. They couldn't catch up. So we're going to go through some of those milestones today, the ones that are most meaningful to us. But we had 50 milestones in 52 weeks.
It's crazy.
The only way you pull that off with such a literally shoestringed core team is you have to keep working on multiple fronts at the same time. So understand, we're not working on one thing at a time. Every single week, we've got 4 to 5 strands of things we're pushing forward. Apply that logic to 2026. What does that tell you? It means I'm not joking about the fact that we have 15 software that we're bringing to final beta right now to put into suites. It means I'm not joking about the fact that we have 5 strands of information that are PRs that will come at the next 5 months running right now at the same time, let alone the 7 after it. And I'm not making those numbers up. I'm not even joking about the fact that we have so many things to talk about this year that I feel like it's going to be a little bit of drinking from a fire hose and overwhelming. So we're going to attempt to make it as digestible as possible. We have big news all year. And those things are in play right now under the covers and hidden from everyone. But at each point when they're ready to go public, they go public. We've not even communicated these even in our smaller channels or even in our DAO at this point because we want to ensure that there's no way, shape, or form someone can manipulate a market, mess with a token, harm a node sale, or anything else that harms our community. So our reason for being laser focused and silent is because we have too much good. I've always said we want to under promise and over deliver. We have too much good and too much vision to allow anyone to get so jarred or jaded by the experience of being a part of the journey, whether it's the tokens or the nodes or the NFTs or whatever, that they exit our community before reaping the reward that is literally at hand in the next 2 years. It's very, very small-minded to only see the value that you see right now and not see what comes, for instance, after the reward claim ends in September and there's no pressure on our token. Or what happens when the nodes do go live and we've ensured that our rails and our chain is used at such a level that it over encompasses any guarantee we made and you make even more. Do you understand there's logic behind everything we're doing because we care about our community that much? And yes, we're willing to go silent about it if it means that we can control the leaks of information, whether it's through third-party groups that we've hired, platforms we've used, and all of them have leaked, or even internal sources or folks in some kind of governance or informational level. If we have to control it to that level to make sure that you're good, that's what we've done. And now we're ready to talk. We're ready to talk. So let's talk about milestones before we hit 2026. Woo! I feel fire. So the main thing that we accomplished that got us set right is we did all the legal that need to be done around the DAO, the entities, and everything else that make this thing legitimate. We finished that the very early part of 2025. That was the whole end of our 2024, but it was accomplished at the beginning of 2025 in finality. So then the next thing we did is we moved our entire company into crypto, which was a huge milestone in itself. When we say we're a crypto company, we're using crypto rails. We pay our bills and do everything. We have a crypto card. We use our crypto funds. We are using our own R0AR safe for our treasury. We're actually using it for our banking rails, my friends. And that's how we can be in discussion with banking about how to utilize it. And it's also how we're able to show folks there's a way to be self-sovereign in your funding. Again, we're pure crypto rails. We raised over 350,000 in our NFT launch that went into our treasury and allowed us to build so much more. We started our year with 350,000 available to build on, and we ended the year with 378,000 to build on this year. Do you get what just happened there? We spent almost 200 grand or maybe more in just marketing alone last year. That's for you to know, guys. That's live information. And yet we still come out with 378 to build on this year. We made money. Revenue was good. We literally sold out our NFT collection on the Ethereum chain in a sideways market when no one else was getting it done. We even went to bat with our platform that we were working with to get it launched to make sure their software worked, and we did fixes and we did back end things to make sure that launch went well, had no issues whenever the platform had problems and they didn't have dev on it. I'm just saying we did that. That's not even one of the things I'm saying we accomplished here, actually. That's not even a milestone. That's just informational for you guys. Because of that, we got our OpenSea blue check mark. That's a milestone in itself. If we were only an NFT project, man, that's major cred. So congratulations. We have our OpenSea blue check mark. That's huge on its own in itself. And again, getting any of these things like a blue check mark or any of the listings I talk about in a minute, they're huge amounts of audit, huge amounts of surveyed data. You have to fill out all of these forms and informational things, and it takes weeks, months, or years to get done. We accomplished it year one. So not only that, we got one R0AR listed on CoinGecko and CoinMarketCap. We set up all of our liquidity, locked it into locks so that we can't touch it, can't move it. And even our partner Influx says that most folks don't do that. Guys, people don't do what we did, but we did it for your good. We locked all that liquidity in market, which is a milestone on its own, and it's held up against a bear market out of bear markets. Like we've had a big bear, it's affected Ethereum and Bitcoin, and we're trucking along with it, guys. And that liquidity's held up. That's incredible. And that's because we took all of our pre-sale raise, everything we got from you guys, and put it in that liquidity. We had massive liquidity, and it's held up. And as this market starts to pick up again, possibly this year, maybe even in March or something like normally, if not sometime soon, we're going to be there for that. From there, we got CoinGecko listing for one R0AR. We got CoinMarketCap listing for one R0AR. Not to mention all of the other smaller listings we got. You have to start with the smaller ones, and then you have to move to the bigger ones, and then you have to prove yourself on the bigger ones. We did all the proving. We did all the data. We got listed everywhere into all of the major lists, and then we were listed on Bitmart, which is our first big chain. So this is a tier 2 chain, one of the top tier 2 chains. And Bitmart partnered with us and listed us one R0AR. And then MEXC listed us directly after and partnered with us. And guys, that's been huge for this last year. That's a huge success. Our R0AR wallet mobile applications got listed on the app stores and on the extension store for Google. So in Apple and Google, we got listed. Any one of these is a major accomplishment for a year for a tech company. Getting your mobile apps listed, that's a big accomplishment. That's one. We did all of those this year. We got one roar literally bridged and listed onto 20 plus blockchains for use and utility. We broke over 10,000 users across all of our platforms, wallets, ecosystem, holders, and stakers, buyers, whatever. We grew over 40,000 in our community. It was much higher, but now we're down to this about 40,000. Our total communities is where we ended 2025. Let me tell you something. Where you see bots a lot of places, we're looking rock solid for community. Less bots. A lot was pruned off as bots. So that's why I'm giving you the 40,000 and not saying 80,000 or more. We've had a lot of pruning and we still grew 40,000. We grew to 40,000. The year before, we may have had 2,000 in our groups. 2,000 to 40,000. It's been a good year. We completed 2 airdrops and brought on a half dozen partners in the middle of it that some of them were a part of that drop. We partnered with Lazy Lions. God, that's my favorite partnership. Lazy Lions guys, y'all, thank you. You guys, you got us in a really tough part of our era, and you just encouraged us all the way through it. And I just always want to honor you guys. And I can tell you this: whatever's coming in the future, I'm always going to remember Lazy. You guys are my people. So Lazy Lions partnered with us and walked with us, and that's as we walked through being exploited, which was a milestone in its own, that we were able to recapture all of our tokens back into the ecosystem and get our liquidity back in shape very quickly and bounce back from that very fast. And that was right in the launch of our token. So we not only survived that, but we thrived on the other end of it. And that's you guys in the community that helped us pull that off. We set up our official Facebook group, which is now live, and we got a couple hundred members in that. If you're in the bigger one, that's not us. That's an unofficial group. Our official group only has a few hundred members in it right now. Go join it. You'll find the link on our website. But we launched that group. And we built our support channels in Discord. So if you're looking for support, it's nowhere unofficial. It's in our Discord, and we have the official channels there, which was a huge milestone. We took all our marketing in-house after, like I said, marketing teams we had, God bless them, they couldn't keep up with us. So we brought it all in-house, and our team is thriving and growing, and you'll hear more about us building our own resources and platforms to take us into the future. We got listed in Fortune and Forbes. Man, that's cool. Because we earned that. It was not paid. That's because of our ERS NFT and more. And a lot of places carried our token after we hit a certain milestone. So that's been incredible. We launched the R0AR DeFi platform on Ethereum and then even migrated another launch for season 2 over into our chain. And we told you season next is coming. So let me say this: what the platform has been, I know there's some bugs in the current one. We're getting them fixed up. If you got questions on that, listen to me say this. Anyone that has issues, that loses something, we will make good and better. So we're already looking at it. If the bug doesn't get fixed, we will fix it better, or we will make sure you're good. We've already done the math on what it would take to make everyone good. So we know that's going on. So I'm going to speak to that there. No, we got you. We're planning it. But also, that platform is a huge success in that we ran a DeFi platform now on our chain, and season next is coming. Season next is coming. It's going to be even better. So thank you, especially you guys who've gone through those bugs on the current platform. We appreciate you. It's without those bugs we couldn't do the learning that's leading to our building our new DeFi platform and exchange to come. So you guys are incredible. We overcame a lot of negative narratives and a down market, which is a milestone on its own. But again, that's not counted as our 52. Gosh, I've got to skip this one because it's not public information. There's one I'm skipping right here that we signed with a partner that I can't wait to tell you about. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wait till we can tell you about it. I about said it out loud and I was like, I can't say that one. It's not public yet. We launched our node chain sales, which has been our node sales for our chain has been incredible. And so we launched those and did really well with that initial startup. And as we head into season 2 of that, I'm expecting it to be incredibly bigger heading into our launch of the nodes function themselves in 2026. That's coming. We launched R0AR Safe, which you knew about. That was a really successful software. We attended COSM and led an event opener for it, where we got to meet a ton of important attendees. And folks, we had Carver Mead, go look him up on,
Yeah.
Google, in our meeting, listening in on what Web Next looks like. That's what we're calling this, is Web Next, just like Season Next. Guys, I'm telling you, that was huge, and it really solidified some stuff in us and led to us partnering with Cosm heading into this next year. We've been in the process of trademarking all of our brand, which takes a long time on its own. So
Mhm.
Fierce Labs and R0AR and more, they're finishing up their trademarks now. Fierce Labs is done; we own it. R0AR is heading into the done mark. We launched our all of our entities required for us to be able to manage business for mobile app stores, application launches, and everything that Google, Apple, and others require. That was no small feat. We did that onshore for that to be done well. Um, we signed on our legal and expansion teams. We signed on 3 different legal teams last year who helped us get to here and help us launch so much. We launched our front end extensibility to um, our I can't even think of words. Sorry, to our chain. So
Mhm.
on top of the chain, going from actually, we launched our chain this year. Milestone. We launched our chain. We didn't just launch our chain. We hit another milestone. We made it through beta, and then beyond that, we launched our front end extensible API. We launched hash graphing. We launched so much more for the developer community. We launched all of that this year. We launched our Guild XYZ for Fierce Labs and R0AR. We relaunched our Discord and have grown that community. The Discord community and leadership is killing it in Discord with all the activity that's over there. When things are down on social media, Discord is hopping. We relaunched our Telegram group, and we've taken care of a lot of things there. I can't say that one either. That's another one I can't say right now. We launched our AI on bare metal and built our team and rigs. We became literally financial rails for our own company, and now we have the ability to do that for other businesses. You'll hear about more things, and this is just a name drop for what's coming. Business in a box and banking in a box. We're not telling you what it is yet. Just know it's coming, but it's from this. It happened in 2025, and now we're finishing it. We created. I have here 35 software and platforms, but really it's over 100 plus. We were able to register with Google Developer and Apple Developer, which registration are milestones on their own. They take weeks and months. We got our Duns number with Duns and Bradstreet.
Yep.
We gained 3 big partners at the end of the year. We launched our stable coin on our chain. Man, I forgot about that. USDC, we launched our own
Yeah,
stable coin and started
that's right.
liquidity for it, which is a huge thing so that we can partner with Circle, just like our chain is partnered with Optimism. We had to do that by Optimism and Circle standards. We bridged one R0AR over to our chain. We launched our first apps on R0AR chain, and we launched this podcast. Our podcast just hit 20 episodes. Congratulations and thank you for being a part. And now we're growing our reach into new platforms because of the podcast. So where we were only on about 3 or 4 platforms, guys, we're on like 10 platforms because of this podcast and you guys. We appeared on 40 plus podcasts and AMAs and KOL events last year. There's only 52 weeks. We're doing multiples during some weeks, guys. We've been killing it. And
Mhm.
then we got so much more in finances we could brag about. But I'll say this, we start off this year in a down market where our Ethereum value is about half its value. And still, yet, that treasury amount that goes into our work this year is more than we had last year.
Mhm.
So even with a depletion that cuts our value in half, our revenue still holds up massively above that. And man, I'm telling you something, we're happy because we positioned ourselves well to budget everything we've got to do in 2026 to live through what's next, to make it to the end of the year and more and bring everything we plan to market. So that is in a nutshell. Brandon, do you have anything, any questions, comments, or additions? Holy wow, I'm tired.
Is there anything more to say? I mean, seriously.
Well, there's all the
Um,
ones I could mention, and there's more that I've forgotten.
well, yeah, but we can't mention those. So,
It's
no, I
true.
mean, Yeah, I think it's incredible when you realize that some of those things that we accomplished, it's not something that's like, oh, I'll start that on Monday and by Wednesday it's done. It took months to accomplish some
Months.
of those things, and some of those things were very painful, like the airdrop process that we started and then realized that because of changes on Ethereum that the tools that were available no longer worked. So we had to do it manually, and it was a big deal to get through some of that, but we did it, and
You
and
did
we
it.
we made everything right, and we did it the way it was supposed to be done. So I'll just
And
say
we
I'm
built our
proud
own
of
tool out of it. Like out of that came the batch transfer tool that we now utilize in Roar
it.
Safe and
And
more.
Roar Save. Yeah, I'm really proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Yeah.
It's a big deal, and I know that everybody can't see the work that goes into that list, but man, we felt it. Yeah, I mean, my beard was black when we started. I'm
I didn't
just
even
kidding.
mention we were
Just
finally
kidding.
able to run ads on like Facebook and Instagram and
That's
others
right. That's
because
right.
we have certain applications that came to market that allowed us to.
Hmm.
Because for you guys who don't know it, crypto is not the most valued and loved social media topic. And when it comes to ads, they will literally pummel your ads or they'll kick you off for community violations if you're in our space for just a matter of almost nothing. We've been kicked out of multiple communities more than once, and platforms we're on right now have restricted our ability to even do ads
Right.
because of the space we're in, and it just is what it is. Like we understand a lot of people did a lot of stuff that was not right, but to be honest, we're getting the message from a lot of social media platforms that our money's not good with them unless we bring it inside of their digestible, perfect little packages. And that's going to be mobile apps or financial systems or whatever that they approve of.
Hmm.
And that's taken us a minute to get there. But we did a number of those this year. We didn't have any return from it, but boy, did it get our name out a lot. And that was helpful. So we got our name out there. We're telling stories now how we're going in public. Brandon
Yeah.
has a story about going in public the other day, and somebody's like talking to him, and do you want to share that?
Yeah, yeah. So I just went to the local home improvement store and was doing a return, and it came up and it said, prepaid card or whatever, and I said, oh, that must have been my Coinbase card because I spend crypto with my Coinbase card. And so I was using that to do the return, and the guy starts asking me about crypto, and he's a younger guy, and I explained what we do, and he's like, "Oh, Roar, I've heard of you guys," and I'm like, "Really?" I was a little surprised, but happily so.
Brandon, you're kind of a big deal.
Yeah, not really.
Oh my goodness. But and that happens. It takes work and effort to get there. And so I
It
know a lot of
does.
folks are pushing for more of that. And I'll tell you this, the doors are opening up for us to be able to do more of that the right way, as well as the team that's necessary. One of the things we found, and I'm not naming names, I'm just telling you the truth. But one of the things we found is that everybody lies. I'm just saying, like when we're telling you we're doing something, really doing it. But that doesn't mean that everyone we partner with or work with or even pay or hire is. And so there's no one that really understands the algorithms like in X the right way. There's no one out there that really can give true honest return on InfoFi. I'm not making commentary, I'm just telling you the truth. X cut it off for a reason. Bots are real, AI manipulation's real, and even there's no one out there in the crypto marketing space that can fully get you there if you're a crypto business. So we're having to bring a lot of things in house because we care more about the community and we care more about the content and the narrative than the outsiders do. And as well, we're probably partnering with a more stable, normal marketing company in the future for marketing and PR that's from the legacy space,
That's right.
because at the least they understand those channels at a legacy level, whether or not they understand the community. So the argument that's been out there, it's like, oh, but we're crypto friendly, we understand degens. I'm just calling bullcrap. Love y'all, but love you, mean it. Moving on. The guys who have the skills who know how to use the channels are what we're going to be using. And so we're just telling you that up front. What you've seen is a slowing down and a getting intentional. Here's the thing: businesses have two options in down markets. They can either like screw with their budget and go under because they've messed with stuff, or they can be wise. They can see ahead and know that every market's not up and every season's not the same. So budgeting in the time, the resources, and the team so that you can survive a down market's important. We did that. We planned last year for now. And do you know, as we started to see it happen, what we did was very intentional. You can either decide at that time to fold and close up shop, or you can decide to do something better, and that is go back to the drawing board and back to foundations and build things in such a way during that quiet season in the market so that as a market takes back off, you're ready to leap with it. We opted for future planning. We opted for building foundations. And so 2025, all those milestones, if you could do like a 30,000 foot view and look at the whole space I just shared with you, not counting the ones I can't share, the partners in the development, softwares, the platforms, even the plans I can't share with you. Just take the ones you heard and realize those listings, those credibilities, all of that builds our brand and our credibility and our foundations. Building out the AI team, going to bare metal and the roots of things to build from scratch, and building up a huge, huge, like, battery of software that you can launch into war anytime you need. That's the way you do it. So we've gotten our organization in order. We've got our communications in order. We've got our marketing in order. We've gotten our DAO in order. We've got our governance in order. We've got our team in order. We've got our systems and solutions in order. We've built a number of our systems and solutions, and they will be released for revenue as well and use. And now we are planned out for the rest of 2026 already and part of 2027. So that's what R0AR's done. Yes, we were quiet. We got really quiet after Thanksgiving. And it's been a long time since Thanksgiving. We're in January. We understand that's painful for folks, but now you're going to hear why. So a little bit of 2026 before we call this, because it's already too long, is this. The biggest news for right now for January, there'll be more news in February. Unfortunately, we have too much news. We're going to keep boom, 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 boom. So brace for impact. Tell grandma to hold her blue hair wig. Hang on to your seat. And as Samuel L. Jackson says in at least one Marvel movie, Kong Skull Island, and Jurassic Park, hold on to your butts. So it's about to happen. Y'all hang with us. But season next for R0AR is in freaking sane. In freaking sane. The software suites being released, insane. What we're doing to make things end user useful, as well as to bring AI and Web3 into use together, and on top of that, bringing Web2 solutions into the Web3 world in ways that create better practices, better privacy, better security, and more while you're just doing your business is crazy. So that's coming. We're making a move in 2026 to support with all of our software 20 Ethereum compatible chains.
Boom.
Boom. What does that mean? It means we got 20 friend groups that want to see us successful because it makes their chain successful. And we just want to be in the middle, making life easier for everyone in crypto and better. And then beyond that, we have, like I said, big news each month. We already have a topic each month. And some things are going to intercept that topic and boot it to another month. So we already know we have enough things to talk about and release to blow your minds all the way into 2027. Like into 2027 solid. We have 2 more narratives than we can share in the next 12 months. So we have big news each month. Stick with us. Turn your noties on. If you're on X, you better make sure your notifications are on. We will be releasing our press releases now on Twitter, on x.com, for our newsworthy monthly focuses. So you're going to see our PR come there first, and we're going to be partnering with the key opinion leaders that are not freaking bots or gaming the system or trying to work the algo. Come on now. Who are
Yes.
doing the stuff that needs to be rewarded. We're partnering with them on X and other platforms to get it out, and then other PR groups and marketing as well. So it's going to be here first on X. And if you're watching this on any other platform, we challenge you get over to X and follow us at the Roar. You can find our Twitter handle on our website at roar.io, and that's R0AR.io.
Mhm.
But our handle as well is at the at symbol TH3. So like the TH3 and then R0AR, the Roar, but with a 3 and a 0. Guys, that's just a little bit. We knew this would take too long today. I told Brain, I said, we're getting on here, but I'm telling you, the milestones could take 30 minutes on their own or more.
Right.
Guys, buckle up, Buttercup. It's about to get funner. Roar is about to finally get heard. That's this year. Brandon, you got anything else to say before we close this up?
Bro, you've said it all. It's an exciting time to be a part of this community, and man, I'm ready for 2026. We were talking about all the plans that we've got and the things that we can't share yet, and I know a lot of people have been wanting to hear from us, over the holiday season and all that, and just hold on. It's all moving forward, and really exciting stuff ahead for us.
Seriously, if you got friends out there that need to hear this, that are connected to Roar or whatever, for you guys that are from the unofficial Facebook group, share this podcast over there. Here's the thing. We're just asking for you to give us 2026. Just just make it decide in your mind. I'm going to try to hang with this through 2026. If we make it to 2027, January and February, and something hasn't shifted for the positive in Roar, man, I will get on here and give you a big apology and find a way to make it right. That's just who I am. You've seen it. If you're in our communities, we put posts up for folks that have problems with the nodes. We communicate exactly why and what's going on and what we're doing about it. For folks that have problems in pre-sale, we've told you, hey man, submit a ticket in Discord and we will put you in the list. We'll verify on chain, which we can do from the contract, and then we will make sure it happens at September 8th, 9th, or 10th, whenever we do it, because we're gonna have to do it for everyone at once when they unlock.
That's right.
And then we've told everyone, everything we can about your NFT on your node sales or your ERS NFT or what we're going through. We've answered everything we can. We just even answered the question about the rural platform. Some of you have stuff that's stuck and it's hung up. And guess what? Even if that's end user error, we're going to own it because we see the value of having those locked assets on our chain, and we'll still pay you back for them and make you good even better. So whatever amount you were supposed to make, we'll give you the whole season return. So let's say you even just got in that last month of it and it's sitting there and you're stuck and can't get out. We'll cover what it would have been from the beginning because we care and we've already done the math on it. We're going to make it right. So can you guys just do me the favor? Do me this. I'm not telling you to check your brain at the door. I can't say trust me because I have to earn that trust. But I'm going to say this. Just give us 2026. Just see what happens in 2026. Stick with us. Don't bail now. Stick with us and just see. After 2026, we've accomplished these big things that are on our radar, on our roadmap. We get past the claim on the first airdrop, and there's no pressure on our token anymore after September 9th. We get past all of that. Let's see how everything happens and how the dust settles. Because, guys, our commitment is we will never beg our way out of a hole. We will build our way out of a hole. And we have been building, building, building,
Yeah,
building.
we have.
And the foundations are built. And now the team's on board. And it's all about what's next. Season next is now. Love you guys. Have a great, great, great week. We will see you next week for our podcast where we head back to our normal topic and finish the 10 Gilder laws, which I love because I want them in the core, in the ethos of our ecosystem and our community. And then from there, we've got more already, even for this podcast. You guys are awesome. Have a great week. So glad to be back. Brandon, thanks for being on. See you next time, my friends. And Lions, it's time to hear you roar. Boom.
Take care, everybody.